All right, folks, this is the JK theory, where nothing is off topic. We talk about the serious stuff, but with a twist of humor. I'm Jay,
Okay.
and this is the JK theory. So, this is technically our first podcast episode, but not really. But we'll just say it's the first one, right?
The first one, yes.
All right, all right.
Technically.
So technically, exactly. So we did mention that there's nothing that's off topic, and we do try to find something funny, some humor within everything. And man, something happened the other day. So I take my family out to go eat some ice cream. We go to an ice cream parlor. So in this one, you don't really go in the store. You just order out the window, and everybody's outside. Nice little parking lot area, benches to sit on and stuff. So you go to the window, you place your order. There's a window next to it, and that's where they make your stuff and hand it out. They don't call you by name. They just, you pretty much pay, and then they say, hey, we've got, chocolate milkshake large, and you just pick up your stuff. So again, I'm there with the family, and all of a sudden, everybody's chit chatting, everybody's talking, having a good time, and then you hear birthday cake ice cream cone. I just turn, nothing, whatever. Birthday cake ice cream cone. And this everybody just looks. Like, what? Who's this? Everybody's looking at the little kids. Did you order it? Did you order it? No, no. Birthday cake ice cream cone. And this dude starts walking embarrassed, bro. He's like flush red. Starts walking towards the window. He goes, yeah, that's mine. Takes the cone and walks away. I am laughing my ass off. I mean, come on. You're a grown ass man. What you doing ordering birthday cake ice cream? Buy that shit in the tub, put it in the brown paper bags, tuck it under your arm, and take it home. You know what I mean? You don't order that when you're out and about.
Why they just didn't call this man by his name? Why they say
Man, and the fact that they had to say, okay, if the lady would have said it once, I don't think anybody would have looked. You know what I mean? But she made a habit. The thing's melting, going down her hand. Birthday cake, ice cream cone. The guy's like, it's mine, it's mine. Man, it's like if you're gonna be embarrassed ordering it, you know better. You know what happened when you ordered that.
you're right? Yeah.
I don't think you should be ordering birthday cake ice cream. You a grown ass man.
What's wrong with birthday cake?
Everything, everything's wrong with birthday cake. You gonna order that in public? Get a spoon, get the tub, eat it in your couch, watch Netflix in the privacy of your own home. You don't need to be eating that shit in public.
Okay.
I'm gonna order the unicorn starburst corn. You get the fuck out of here. I ain't ordering that shit. No, man. There's just some things you don't order. You're a grown ass man. Get fucking Rocky Road, okay? Don't fucking get no birthday cake ice cream.
Maybe
No.
that man wanted birthday cake.
I should have been like, hey, you forgot the sprinkles. Like, come on, man. It's not right. It's not right. You telling me you would order birthday cake ice cream at the parlor and claim it to be yours?
I'm not saying this ain't about me. This was about that man that wanted birthday cake at that moment. That's what he wanted.
Oh no, nope, not happening. Nope. Men, if you're out there and you like birthday cake ice cream, okay, they got this thing called Instacart. Okay, they'll take it, scan it, put it in a bag, drop it off on your door. You can eat it. Nobody gonna judge you. But now, if you're going out in public and you're eating and ordering birthday cake ice cream, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with the consequences and remarks that go with it. I'm telling you, that's our gift to the people out there. Men, don't order birthday cake ice cream. Period. Okay. Period.
See that's what he say. I say order birthday cake ice cream all you want.
For your little sister, don't order that. So, don't yeah. Oh man, oh man. Well, I mean, I look. I got nothing wrong, nothing against, the feminine side of feminine men. LGBTQ plus Transformers. I ain't got no issues or gripe with them, but come on, fam.
Hey,
What's up with all the letters? Like I'm running out of I can't even remember.
I don't know all the letters. Like it seems they add on all the time. Like I can't keep up, honestly. And
I
I
don't
want
know.
to support them as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if that's who you are, that's who you are. That's your truth.
Yeah,
But I can't keep up with the letters.
people are people. That's it. That's it. People are people. But at the
Exactly.
same time, it's like, don't get mad at me because I don't know how to approach you or call you him, he, sure, he, it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If you look like a dude and you're presenting to yourself like a dude, I'm gonna call you bro. I'm gonna call you sir. I'm gonna call you mister. You know,
Hmm.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If you look like a woman and you're dressed like a woman and you present yourself like a woman, she, miss, whatever.
Hmm.
But you can't get mad if, you're saying, excuse me, miss, and it's really a dude, or vice versa.
Right.
It's just, come on, man. And I don't know if it's a joke, but I seen the other day on social media, LGBTQ plus AI. Like, what is AI? Like, seriously, what are we talking about? The machine you order at McDonald's that orders your food? AI? Like, what are we talking about?
I don't think that's part of their lettering. I don't think. I don't know.
What's the plus?
The plus, I believe, is for add-ons.
So there's like dot dot dot, like
Pretty
to
much,
be
yeah.
continued.
Yeah, it's more things added on as it grows per se.
Rose. Okay.
So I yeah, I mean maybe one day we should have one on the show where they can explain that a little bit further because I don't know enough about their lettering to, I'm still trying to figure out pronouns.
I don't know. And are is furries the plus? Like, is furry in that community, or are they just
I think the furries will be considered in that community. That will be part of the plus, I do believe.
you know any? I don't know any
Do I know any furries?
furries. Yeah.
Uh, no, but I've seen some.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has their own thing, right? Their own
Yes.
niche, I guess you say it. They have their own thing, their own likes and dislikes, this and that. But if if you're a girl, a woman, and you're walking around with a foxtail, I'm still gonna call you she, and that's not being disrespectful. I'm not. Do what you want to do, but this pronoun, I think it's just crap. I really do. If you portray yourself as female, I'm gonna call you miss. You portray yourself as a guy, I'm gonna call you bro. I'm gonna call you, hey dude.
Right.
You know, do now when it comes to like what happens in the sheets in the bedrooms, I don't care. Do what you want to do. But I've seen people flip out because they were misgendered, I guess,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
they're not respecting their pronoun.
I think my biggest problem with this whole thing, and it's not anything to do with them per se, but it has to do with the bathroom situation. Like I have a big problem with uh a guy or a woman per se going into the women's bathroom that was born a man. You know what I mean? Like
I feel you.
that's a problem because and I'm not saying that something's going to happen but if a kid's in there, that could be a whole problem.
So there's always a risk if it's a kid, even if it's a man, born a man, going into a bathroom where there's children.
Yeah.
There's always a risk. I think that we need to be us as fathers and uncles and cousins, and we need to be more aware, more alert. You know, if my son's going in the bathroom, your nephew's going in the bathroom, your cousin, whatever, yo, go in and take a look. Just peek around.
Mhm.
You know, go with them. Stand outside the stall. Do something because it's just crazy times we're at. You know what I mean?
Sadly.
The bathroom thing has got to be tricky. I mean, I'm literally trying to put myself in that mindset. If I was portraying myself as a female, dressed like a female, and I got to go to the restroom, I think me knowing that I'm not a female, going into a restroom and there's a child in there, I'd feel uncomfortable.
Right. Yes.
You know, I don't know. And then it's like, do we give them their own separate bathroom?
Well, see, and
But
I thought
why?
about that, but is that like discrimination then?
Exactly. I mean, it's man.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't type thing.
You got the male restroom, female restroom. You got the family restroom,
The family run. Yeah.
right? I get the family one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've got a son. I've got daughters. The family one has definitely come in handy. You
Right.
know, to provide. Let's just let's just say a plus bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
To provide a plus bathroom, what's going to happen when you have a born male that's a female get assaulted by a born female that's a male?
I know, and that's the thing. Like yeah.
You know, and then come on,
But it's
fam.
gonna happen. It will happen.
How many times have me and you gone to a restaurant in the hood and the men's room's broke and they only got one bathroom, the female bathroom? You really think they're gonna put a third bathroom? No, it ain't gonna happen. It's nuts. However, if you're watching this, if you're a furry or part of that community, whatever, send us an email. Let us know. You want to hop on and chat with us? I'm more than happy to chat with anybody. Like I said, there's no topic that's off limits. Okay, we're not against you guys, but at the same time, we just want a better understanding. We want that
Yep.
dialogue out there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So hit us up, leave a message down in the comments. Let us know if you're interested. Moving on. I have no clue on what's been going on in the WNBA, but I know it's been a hot topic. Can you fill me in on what's going on?
The gist of it is, so you got Caitlin Clark, rather.
Caitlin. Okay. She's an NBA, WNBA player.
She is now. She just got drafted this year.
Okay. Female, born female, female.
No, everybody in the WNBA is born a female.
Okay. And
Yeah,
she's black, white,
she's
Hispanic,
white.
white. Okay.
She's a white lady.
Okay.
Very very good player. Very good player.
Okay.
Um. Now the big thing is, does she deserve all this praise and glory and to be broadcasted the way she is? You know what I mean?
So the WNBA is pushing her. She's promoting her or whatnot.
Every big news sports station is pushing her.
Okay.
They're all pushing her. Um, the problem is that you put a target on a player like that. You got to remember she's a rookie.
Is she good?
They're basing it off college. She was great in college.
Okay.
Great player in college. She didn't win a national championship though. So, but she was a great player. A lot of controversy. I don't know if you know who Angela Reese is.
I don't. Who's that?
Okay, she's a black lady.
Okay. She's a
Um,
player?
she's a decent player. She's pretty good herself.
Okay.
She got drafted this year as well.
Okay.
She beat uh she beat Caitlin not this past year, but the year before.
Okay.
So the big controversy there was the fact that she did this and she did that at Caitlin's face after they won the national championship. So they made Angela out to be the bad guy because she taunted her and yada yada. Not the fact that they forget the fact that Caitlyn did the same thing to her opponent from the game before. That's why Angela did this to her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, see, they don't throw in all everything. You know what I'm saying? They leave little things out. They forget things, I guess you want to say.
Gotcha.
So now everybody's talking about since Caitlyn's been there, the WNBA has been selling out and it was becoming big. It's becoming a global thing. And I don't mind it because I like the WNBA. I like Caitlyn as well.
Okay.
But I don't think that not in the WNBA yet. She hasn't made it to where they should be glorifying her just yet. You know what I mean?
All
But
right.
marketing wise, it's perfect because now you got the white girl and the black girl, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The
So is
NBA.
is there beef still, or is the
Oh
media
yeah,
creating the
yo,
beef?
no, they still they like each other, but at the same time they're competitive. They're competitive players.
Right.
So that's a rival that's not going to end anytime soon.
Okay. But that's putting butts in seats, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Who cares? As long as it's making money.
Oh, I mean, okay. So who's who's not having fun? Who's not benefiting from this? Who's saying this is a bad thing?
I
Anybody?
don't think I don't think any of them are saying it's a bad thing. I think it's the fact of they're making Caitlyn out to be the golden girl.
Okay, okay. So they're praising the white girl. They're not praising the black girl.
Like, okay, I even Joe Biden's wife, when Angela Reese's team won the national championship, she broadcasted that she wanted to invite Caitlyn's team because they played so well too. Uh no, lady, they lost. You don't get a runner-up prize for that. Like that's never happened before. And then everybody's like, well, is she doing that because she actually think they played well, or does she just feel bad because the white girl got taunted and she lost at the end of the game?
Oh,
See what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things. Like if Angela would have lost, would she still have invited her to the White House?
gotcha.
So yeah, so that's the big thing in the WNBA right now.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm glad to hear that they're getting butts in seats.
Yeah,
And if Angela and Caitlyn, if they just think about it, it's great business. When it's time to renegotiate that contract, they gonna pay, boy. They gonna pay.
exactly.
So, and it's given their team shine, right? Do you know who they play for? Like what state or whatever they're playing for?
I know Angela plays for Chicago.
Okay, okay.
I want to go to one of her games. Probably not this year, but next year I'm definitely gonna be able to I'm definitely gonna go to watch her play because she's not only good, she's fine as fuck too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So
Yes.
Are the teams battling too, or is it just you got the two main girls?
Those, I mean, the teams are battling. The teams are definitely battling, but those are the ones that you hear the most about, pretty much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
And nobody else is trying to get in the mix, trying to jump in the battle, trying to get some shine.
everybody is. And now because now the shine is on the WNBA, so now everybody is going to capitalize off of it, which they should. Everybody should be capitalizing off of it.
That's dope. That's dope. So how do you see things ending? It sounds like WWE shit to me. How do you see things ending?
I mean, if I'm being honest, like I can only see it get bigger because the girls that's in college right now, some of them are monsters.
Really?
Like this girl named Juju, she was a freshman last year. Oh my God, this girl is a killer.
Huh.
Like this other girl, this white lady, her name is Paige, killer. Like,
Okay. Okay.
and and I hate to bring this up, but I can only think about like Kobe's daughter would have been
Oof.
coming in this draft class. Like she would have been coming in like a year or so. You know how important the WNBA would have moved mountains with all these girls and then have Kobe's daughter in it? Man,
Yeah.
I just like
I mean, if that tragedy would have never happened, to have someone like Kobe support and show up to, I mean, that would have put butts in seats alone. Like,
and he was supporting the hell out of them right before he died. Like
I seen clips. Yeah, I seen clips.
yeah. So it was like, damn.
Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Kobe. Oof. That was heartbreaking.
Yes.
So you see it as growing, becoming bigger, becoming better. You got kids in college just really showing
Yeah.
up, showing out. So okay.
Yeah,
So
man. It's about to be good. Like I'm excited for him.
I might have to look at a game or two. I mean, I've got three girls and one son, right? So I
Yep.
haven't watched sports in a long time. So my boy plays football now. He's 8. We
Mhm.
watch football. I gotta start watching some basketball too. So we'll see.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, watch both because I mean the NBA is fun, but I can usually pick out who's gonna win.
Yeah.
It's not WNBA a little bit more exciting.
Okay. So when I did watch basketball years
Hmm.
ago, right, and I never really had a team. Like I just liked players. Like I loved Ray Allen.
Yeah.
I loved Allen Iverson. I
Hmm.
loved, early on, I loved the Bulls. As a team, it's pretty much
Yeah.
it. The Knicks broke my heart too many times. I had to, whatever, use that down. Patrick Ewing, John Starks, I love you guys, but no, I had to leave you guys a while back. So who's the team to look for or to look at NBA wise?
Uh, the Boston Celtics won the championship this year.
Okay.
So they're always going to be right there because their team is outstanding. Um, on the come up though, I think teams have to look out for Minnesota.
Okay.
I think teams are going to have to look out for Oklahoma,
Okay.
and I I always want to say Memphis because I like John Morant, but it's hard because he a knucklehead. So hopefully, like he got injured last year, so hopefully he recovers and he stays out of trouble.
Okay. Who's that player that the Bucks had? He was all over
Giannis,
social media. Is he still with the Bucks?
Oh yeah, Giannis. He got hurt right before the playoffs, so he had to miss the whole playoffs.
Wow, what
Yeah.
happened?
His leg. He did something to his leg.
That kid was built like a monster.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But they just signed somebody new, right? Because I think I saw something where they had another dude that kind of looked like him.
They got Damian Lillard.
Okay, is he
Yeah.
somebody to look for?
Lillard is a monster, but he can't carry a team like that. Like he's going to be good with Giannis as like 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't want to say like a Shaq and Kobe because they're not going to be Shaq and Kobe. But
right.
if I'm saying duels, it'll be like that type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Malone Stockton.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, okay.
hmm
So just to touch base really quick on it, Logan Paul, Mike Tyson, who you got?
Mike Tyson.
Absolutely. All right. So I just want to bring out a hypothetical question. I don't know if we're gonna do this as like a regular thing on the show, but this idea just popped in my head, right?
Okay,
And
go
the
for it.
viewers, I want you guys to definitely, I want to hear your input on this. So imagine, right, if one day you wake up, you look on your phone, you look at the news, and the government released a new law, okay? And the law is you have to be qualified to have a kid. And what I mean by qualified is just throwing hypotheticals out there, right? You have to have at least $5,000 in the bank. You have to
Disqualified.
you have to show that it's been in there for at least 12 months. You have to show that you have at least, I don't know, a 620 credit score. You have to show that you've held a job for at least 2 years. Um, and that's it. We'll just leave it there. Just light, I don't want to say light qualifications, but there's got to be some qualifications, right?
Right.
Now, if for some reason you still have a kid and you're not qualified, that child, instead of being aborted, because I don't believe in that, instead of it being aborted, it would go up for adoption. And
Okay.
if someone in your family is qualified, then it would go to them. But if no one is willing to accept the child and they're qualified, then it would go into adoption because when it goes into adoption, what do? They look for qualified people, right? So, do you think that would hurt the population or help the population if for some reason we're not even gonna say 5,000. I'll just say $1,000 in the bank at least a year. Because I mean, come on, as a parent, bro, infant milk, diapers, wipes, that stuff ain't cheap, man. It ain't cheap. So you got to have something.
Right.
So what do you think? You wake up, boom, boom. Oh, you got to be qualified. How do you feel?
You want my honest opinion? I feel like that's another thing the government is trying to control. That would be my first thought. Like, who are you to tell me what's qualifications for a child or not? The simple fact is, like, the government already controls too much of our lives, period. So to make these stipulations that you have to have $1,000, your credit score got to be this, and yada yada, like, why?
Well, on the flip side, right? And I'm not on either side. This is
Right.
just a
Yeah.
made up
No.
question,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So on the flip side, if you're trying to adopt a child, you got to go
hmm
through investigations, right? I mean, it just makes sense, right? You got to, can you provide me with your last 5 years of taxes? I need to make sure you can afford this child, because they're bringing a child in.
But see, the problem with that is, bro, is the fact that, yeah, some of these people are qualified, But then what happens when they get the kid and what they have these kids do? Just because you got the money don't mean you're going to take care of these kids. There was a family just recently, like I read a couple days ago. They were farmers and they had these black kids for slaves that they adopted.
Wow.
Literally.
So, and I don't know. I'm just thinking because this makes sense, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna adopt a kid, right? You go through all the qualifications, whatever. There's got to be some follow up. I mean, there's got to be, hey,
But
we're
see,
gonna check in every 3 months, or we need to have a meeting with the psychologist and have some questions for you and the children, and right? I mean, that just makes sense.
it would make sense, but a lot of times that don't happen. That's why I don't necessarily believe in their law with this abortion thing. Like if a person don't want the kid, then that should be their choice. So just like what happened to these kids where they were turned into slaves, these people had the money. That's pretty much what your scenario is going off of, is based off money, realistically.
Mhm.
So yeah, they can afford them, but then they treat them like slaves. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
money isn't everything. It's a lot to take care of a kid. Money is part of it, but it's also more love, affection, and time is the most important thing.
So, going along with my hypothetical question,
Yeah. Hmm.
looking at it from the non-government side, like our side,
Right.
maybe we should fight back with, okay, there needs to be a follow-up at least 3 times a year. There needs to be, I don't know if you want to say a social worker or whatever kind of person, whatever. They need to come and investigate. Is what's going on? How are they being raised? Blah 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 blah, and keep going from there. And put it on the qualified person's bill, right? Because think about it. If they're willing to take in a child, let's just say they took a child in that's 3 years old.
Mm.
Technically, they're signing up for, I'm paying for your shit for the next 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So if they qualify for all this and they understand, hey, look, 3 times or 4 times out of the year, every year until the kid's 18, we're gonna charge you $500 so we can send such and such there to evaluate things. Do you think that would ease it up on your perspective, where you're like, well, just because they got the money don't mean that they're good people. So, do you think this would help that?
I think it'll make it worse.
Do you think, oh, looking at it like a conniving way, right? So, say if they get a social worker to do it, because we all know social workers are underpaid. They do a
Yeah,
beautiful
yes,
job.
very much.
I know
Very much.
so many good social workers, and
Yeah.
imagine if they get that millionaire family, right? And they're like, look, here's 10 G's. Shut the fuck up. You were here. I signed the paper. We're good. I can see that happening.
Oh yeah, that can definitely happen. It's crooks in every occupation. Every occupation there's crooks. And every occupation people don't do their job fully too.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So that's one aspect of looking at it, right? Where you get these people that do qualify and they just like basically shit on the whole idea, right? But what about you looking at the low income family, right? You're looking at, I mean, come on, man. How many Stacys do we know? How many Denises do we know? How many whatever that have a kid when they're 16, 17?
right.
That their mom is literally double their age.
Hmm.
They barely got milk in the fridge. You know what I mean? They, do you think that would benefit that child coming in instead of coming into a poverty filled family? Maybe go into a family that can afford the better things, the better life experiences.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, because who doesn't want to be in a lifestyle where you can get pretty much anything you want? But for me, I'm gonna say no because a lot of teaching you get from growing up poor or not having as much. You learn how to survive. You learn how to deal with things. My life's getting cut off. Okay, I'm not suicidal. I know how to deal with this because I've dealt with it before. So I think it's a lot of times people don't look at the advantages of being growing up without money or having less money or whatever. You know, you know what it's like not to eat. So you work harder than everybody else to make sure that don't happen again. When you brought up rich and you see it 1,000 times, when you brought up with money and people lose that money, they don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah.
Their life is over. Like
They
it's
break
just
easy. They break so easy.
yeah. But if you was poor and then you came up a little bit, but then something happened where you know how to survive through that. If I did it once, I can do it again.
Okay. So instead of instead of being them going to a rich family,
Hmm.
they're just going to middle class. Okay.
Right.
Where you're going from living in an apartment, where you don't have a yard, you just have cement where people park their car,
Hmm.
to a one family house and you got a little backyard, you got the hoop and the net in the back, you're going to a little bit nicer school, a little bit safer area. You're not
Hmm.
rich by all means, but bro, you got pictures of a family vacation you went to. You know what I mean? You do know what it is to struggle a little bit, but you're enjoying life. You're getting better experiences versus, bro, I still know people that have never left their state. You know what I mean? I know
Right.
people that have never been on a vacation.
Yeah, I do too. And like I said, it's a plus and a negative to everything. The problem is how do people deal with it? You know what I mean? Like you can bring a person up, you think it's gonna be great. They turn out to be a killer. Or a person could be in horrible situations and they turn out to be these great businessmen. Like you just never know. Like everything is a gamble.
So do you
So I
think this would decrease the population,
no.
increase the do you think it'll be any, because right now, I mean, technically you just have a kid, just boom, it's there.
Yeah.
But if there was to be this kind of stipulation there, do you honestly think that would, like, whoa, that would make people think, wait a minute, let me not do this, or let me think twice, or do you think it even matter?
I don't think it'll matter in all honesty. Because it's what are the government gonna do? They just gonna take your kid?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna start like that's going to turn into something else. That's gonna turn into a fight.
I don't know about you.
Because
If you fight the government, you ain't gonna win.
I'll take on the government point blank period. I don't care.
The words and opinions that he just shared are solely his. Government, I am not fighting you. I'm straight.
I have no problem because the government always feel like they can control everything. Prime example is like the abortion thing. That's a big topic. Like, why do y'all get this right to do that? Who made you the last god to say what I can and can't do with my body for a female? Like, that's not your choice. Okay, they have these kids, they don't want them. Are you going to take care of them? People that don't believe in abortions, we can just put them on your doorstep and be like, hey, remember, you don't believe in abortions. That means you want to raise them. This is yours now. Is that going to happen? No, because they're gonna be like, I'm not taking care of this kid. I didn't have it. You're right. You didn't have it, but you didn't want me to not have it either. So therefore, you should have it. That should be yours.
So I kind of had an answer for that, but then
Hmm.
I just thought, I'm like, whoa, I didn't fact check. We don't fact check here, by the way, in JK Theory. Just to let you guys know, we don't fact check. We just think the shit and it comes out. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So my thing was like, well, if they don't want it, then it goes up for adoption. But then what's the ratio? Like, how many kids are literally up for adoption?
Right.
And how long does it take for a kid to come out of adoption and stay out of adoption? Because I've never seen it, but I've heard of kids being adopted and they'll go to like 5 or 6 different families.
Right. Yes.
So what's the ratio there? And if, say for example, for every 10 kids, only one is getting adopted, why is there that ratio when I know that there's people on waiting lists for years to get a kid? Like, who's not doing their job? Or what stipulations are in place that are preventing people from doing their job?
Some people just don't want certain kids.
I mean, beggars ain't choosers, man. If you really want a kid and you're willing to adopt, you know what
But
I'm
you
saying?
can. But it's like a pick of a draft, bro. Like,
Uh, okay, so just to give the viewers a background, right? So I'm Puerto Rican, born in New York, raised between New York, New Jersey, lived in Milwaukee. I've always been around so many different types of people. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Peruvians, Colombians, black, white, Jamaicans, Haitians. It's just a melting pot, a gumbo of stuff. So I don't see color, right? I
right.
don't see race. I really don't. I know what racism is, but when it comes to something like a kid, I don't see that. I don't. If I really want to adopt a child, bro, I'm taking a child. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's
I'm,
the thing.
I'm
Like,
not shopping for socks at Amazon. Like, I'm not. I want this and this color and this pattern. I don't give a fuck.
I would too. Like, but at the same time, everybody don't think like that. It's just not how it works.
That's wrong. It's so wrong.
Hmm.
All right, so we've touched up on some topics. I definitely want to hear some feedback from the audience. Guys, hit us up. Also, the website, not the website, I'm sorry, the email that you can hit us up is thejktheory@gmail.com. I'll leave it in the comments. Hit us up. Let us know if you want to be on the show, you got a question, you want to say something, some feedback. Just put it down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, tell everyone about it. Again, this is officially our first episode, so we definitely want to, see the love, hear the feedback. So, Kay, any last words?
Hey, stay up, be safe. I'll let y'all later.
All right, that's it. The JK theory.